Hello everybody, I'm Seth Weissman. I'm General Counsel to the Georgia Association of Realtors, and welcome to another episode of Legal Lines. Today we're going to address a question that I'm surprised is being asked as frequently as it is. And the question is, does the buyer have a continuing right to inspect the property once the due diligence period has ended? And the answer, of course, is yes, yes, yes. The buyer has an absolute right to continue to inspect. Now, frankly, it is a right to reasonably inspect. So if the buyer is calling and saying, I want to inspect 3 times a day for 2 weeks until the closing actually occurs, I would argue that that is unreasonable. But what appears to be happening is that some realtors are taking the position that the due diligence period is over and you now no longer have a right to inspect the property until possibly the day of closing, when you may come back to see if the repairs have been done. And frankly, if a realtor is taking that position and in saying to the seller, no, you don't have to allow the buyer to see the property anymore, the seller is at risk of ending up in breach of contract if the seller takes that position. Because clearly the way we wrote the right to inspect section, it is a continuing right to inspect. So if you as the buyer now want to bring in some contractors, a painter for example, to get a quote on painting, or a contractor to do a bathroom or a kitchen renovation, or you want to measure the house for draperies or curtains, or frankly, if you want to show the house to your best friend or to your parents, you as a buyer are allowed to do those things after the due diligence period has ended, so long as your requests to inspect are reasonable. So the real bottom line is, as a seller, you cannot cut off the right to inspect. That is not what our purchase and sale agreement provides. And if you cut off the right to inspect, again, you are at risk of ending up in breach of contract. I hope this episode of Legal Lines has been beneficial. Please continue to tune in. As always, it's great to see you. Bye now.